Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Elusiive, back at it again with another video. And before I get into the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 1,000 subs, be here before 1,000. If you guys are interested in best class subs, tips and tricks, how to get better, best settings in nuclear gameplay, then this is the channel for you. Subscribe, it's free! So now that's over, as you guys can see, we're back on Black Ops Cold War. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks on how to improve at Call of Duty and how to win more gunfights in Call of Duty in general. In this video, I'm going to have multiple segments on how to improve at Call of Duty, like strafing, paying attention to radar, being aware of surroundings, and so on. You're going to want to watch the video all the way through. You're not going to want to skim through it because you might miss some important information that you might have needed. But for this example, I'm going to be showing it in Cold War, but this can apply to any COD. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment if this helped you out in any way. And yeah, let's get into the video. Alrighty brothers, I just got into a game. I went into custom games so I can describe all the tips and everything without being distracted by other players trying to shoot me and things like that. So I can actually focus up and say what I want to say without constantly pausing to shoot and things like that. Alright, so the first step to winning more gunfights and improving is strafing, bro. Strafing is a very key to winning more gunfights in any Call of Duty, not just Cold War. Strafing is moving practically side to side while shooting. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be just going side to side. It could be squat moving side to side. It could be jumping to the side. As long as you're moving and staying on target is the key, bruh. You don't want to ever be standing still and shooting. Because if you're ever doing this and just standing still and shooting, your opponent's not going to just stand there and get lit up and just be like, oh damn, I'm dying, spawn back in. No, your opponent's going to do whatever they can to survive. Whether that's trying to jump to the side and counter shoot, or move around, try to dodge the bullets and go around the corner so they can heal up with a stem shot and then come back to challenge, or go behind objects, heal and re-challenge. They're going to do whatever they can to survive. They're not just going to stand there and get melted. So that's why you want to stay moving while shooting. Because if you're playing against a good player that has shot, he's going to turn and melt you. Unless you're playing like Modern Warfare, then you're dead, bruh. If you're shooting at the enemy, he's dead. He's not going to be able to react. Because Modern Warfare's time to kill is outrageously fast, bro. Like, if I was camping in a corner and you came around this corner and you didn't know I was there, I'm dead. I literally didn't even have time to jump, squat, lay down, react, shoot, nothing. I'm dead that fast. That's how fast Modern Warfare's time to kill is. But with games that are a little bit slower, you can get turned on if you're shooting and standing still. Say if you're this mannequin, bruh, and I just hit this corner and you're standing still and I start getting shot, I could just jump. I can melt you, bro. Most of the time, you're gonna react in a complete panic if someone hits the corner, just jumps you like that, where you can just jump this way, or you can even jump this way to where now he's shooting and dragging, and since you're shooting and dragging, it's gonna be slower. The reason it's going to be slower is because you're dragging your sight across rather than releasing and re-aiming. And that makes it to where you have a slower reaction time to counter your opponent. That's why you're gonna get absolutely obliterated. So that's why you never want to stand still while shooting. Also, when you're fighting someone, you can go behind objects. Use your objects to your advantage, but don't just stand still in the open and shoot. If there's a car or an object next to you that you can head glitch, use it to your advantage so you have a higher percentage of winning your fights rather than your opponent melting you in the open, or he ends up taking the cover and using it against you. So say if you hit this corner and someone's in that back corner and you're shooting and strafing and he's landing, you could try to use these trash cans as cover. Of course, I'm just using trash cans as an example. They can shoot through these trash cans and you're still going to get melted. But I'm just saying in general, a mannequin would be best for an example because bullets don't go through the mannequin, which I've used this mannequin that's usually right here several times in gameplay where I'm just shooting at someone right here or challenging here and I'm getting shot and I'll go behind the mannequin, like slide back and forth, use the mannequin as cover, heal up, and then jump around the corner. Because you'd never want to re-challenge someone, most definitely if they're ranged and you're going around the corner to heal. If you re-challenge, they're just going to be sitting there pre-aiming this location. So it's best to heal up and try to wrap around or fake a wrap around by waiting about maybe 3 to 5 seconds before re-challenging the location. Because if you jump back over here and they don't see you come back in like a second and a half, they're going to think you're going to wrap around. If it's a very advanced player, they're going to wait for the wrap around. But if you wait like 3 to 5 seconds, they're gonna turn to this side and you can re-challenge this way and they'll be confused. That's if you're against a good player. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because it just depends on the player. Majority of the time, they'll see you don't challenge, they're gonna expect over here. But other times, some players are planted potatoes and they won't move. They will aim at that spot until it becomes nighttime, bro. 12 hours, 15, doesn't matter how long they have to wait, they will aim that location. So that's why it really just depends on who you're playing against and how crowded a side is. If this side has like multiple opponents, don't re-challenge it. I don't care. Don't re-challenge it. Even if one is aiming at the next spot, you can either fall back or challenge the kid here by wrapping around. I forgot to mention that. But don't re-challenge it, because not all three are going to do the same thing that this guy did. Most likely, kid window, staying there. He's aiming this spot. Kid on this side, he can't even aim anywhere else. He's staying and aiming at this spot. So it's best to know when to challenge and when not to challenge. Don't ever ego challenge. That's what I was just explaining practically. If you're getting shot and you go around, heal, and jump back out, that's an ego challenge. That's what majority of players expect another good player to do. It's because a lot of them ego challenge. Alright, so that's the first step on how to win more gunfights. The next step is be aware of your surroundings at all times, bro. This is what a lot of people don't do, which is why a lot of people get melted every single time they step out on any map. They'll step out middle and just get shredded because they're not aware of where their opponents are. Your radar is your key, bro. Stare at that like your life depends on it, because it does. This is why people were so angry about Modern Warfare 2019 not having normal radar, bro, because radar is the key to countering. If your radar is chalk like it was in Modern Warfare 2019, and ghosts being permanent, and crunchy feet to where it sounds like you're a stampede of elephants running on Doritos and glass, then it's gonna be a problem, bro. So that's why Modern Warfare was such a negative effect on multiplayer experience to the majority of good players, bro. Because they got rid of all the things we needed to help us know where campers were. But in CODs like Cold War, this is a great example. You want to pay attention to radar at all times and the kill feed. Pay attention to the radar. So say if you're upstairs right here and you see someone shooting at B, look at your kill feed, because he's most likely not just shooting to be shooting, bro. He's shooting because he's killing someone. And if he kills someone, you can see his name and see what weapon he's using. So say you see B, he's shooting at B, head glitching, he killed Johnny 150 or something, that's his name. And he was using the Type 63. Now you know what weapon he's using and where his position is. Now you got to think about, alright, so I'm using the Bullfrog. The Bullfrog is most definitely not going to beat the Type 63 at range. The Type 63 is a 2-shot, and it's one of the best weapons at range. So challenging him range is absolutely ridiculous. Don't even try it. So now you're thinking, all right, so I can't challenge him range. If I pop through here, he's probably going to head glitch me on B. So how can I counter him is what you want to think of. So either you can use a teammate as bait, or you can have a teammate assist you to where if he goes outside B and he pulls his focus, then you can like challenge out from here, or you could try to slide to get into middle. Because now you're over here, since he saw you slide over here and you're out of his vision, now he's going to panic. He's going to think you're probably going to push through right here. This is what he's expecting. And now you got his attention split in multiple directions. Now, if you get his attention split, now he's more frightened on his next move. Should I stay here and wait for another kid here, here, or here? Or do I wait while I'm challenging a kid over here and then the guy that got away wraps through it and shoots me in my back? So all this stuff is brought into consideration. Now he's no longer focused in one direction like he was before. Now he's more panicked of where you may appear next, because this spot is a very strong spot when holding down B, because you literally have access to over there, outside garage, bottom house, upstairs, and this. You practically have access to the entire side. But you can easily get outbeamed if multiple opponents hit that side all at the same time in different locations. So that's why you have to consider where the opponent is, what weapon they're using, and how could you counter it. If you're playing with randoms, use them as meat shields. If you're playing with a team, you could tell your teammate, call out where the other guys are, be like, there's one top window, there's one Jeep. Alright, there's one Jeep. Let's take out the one Jeep first, because this is easier access for upstairs window and downstairs without being picked off by B. And guy in garage can like kind of distract push. If he goes from like down there, he'll focus that, and then guy upstairs can pick him off right along with downstairs picking him off. And then you can clear off Jeep. This guy, either he died or he survived. He can push this way, and now his opponent over there, B, knows he got away, so he can either assist from wrapping around or whatever. You see what I'm saying? You have to know what your opponents are using and know where they're at, and come up with ways to counter them. And if you have teammates that are brain dead, like I said, use them as a meat shield. And if you can't pick them off because they have all sides, then this is a good spot to pick off. This is why I like the gunsmith crap that they added, to where you're able to adjust class ups and stuff while in game and change them, like, type of stuff. Because if you can't beat him ranged with the weapon you're using, change the damn weapon, bro. Or the attachments that you're using on that weapon. Don't try to keep challenging ranged with the weapon that you know is at a disadvantage. You could swap to, well, you could swap to a sniper, for an example. I don't really have many class ups. You could swap to a tactical rifle to pick them off with 2 bullets, an LMG. Something to counter them. Don't just keep running out door, get killed. Run out the door, get killed. Run out the door, get killed. Jump window, get killed. You're just feeding them streaks, bro. So don't just ever run out like a headless chicken, bro. Know what you're doing and pay attention to the radar. Also, sound hoard and pay attention to the footsteps. Pay attention to the stronghold locations, which, example, if you're playing Domination Nuketown, stronghold positions here, stronghold positions here behind Jeep, stronghold positions upstairs in window. And sometimes people try to use this, but it's kind of easier to get picked off here, because if someone goes window in there, they can shoot you through the box, and you can't even see window. Like, you can kind of see down here, but he can see you at window. He'll be able to see your name and your shoulder, and he'll shoot you through the box, and you're dead. So this is why this spot's usually not a stronghold position, but sometimes you see it. This spot right here, you can also kind of use, but I'm pretty sure Windows perspective, they might be able to see you. It just depends. But you can angle it more this way and you can see them. This is somewhat a stronghold position, but the stronghold positions are spots where every game you play, no matter who you play against, people are always at. It doesn't matter if you play against an entirely different team, entirely different randoms. No matter how many times you play that map, there's someone always there. That's a stronghold position. Also, a stronghold is the main spot you are at to control one side of the map. And like things like that. And the garage sometimes could be a stronghold position on green side. Yellow's garage side is not really a stronghold position, because if you run through here, you're free access for him to get head glitched, unless you're challenging with a sniper or hard scoping perfectly aligned. But this right here could be somewhat a stronghold position. You'll see people back here laying down. This spot is also dangerous because it has a perfect lock onto the right side. And the only way to beat it is by trying to wrap around on the other side and flank him, or wait for a teammate to challenge him and you challenge him at the same time, but make sure you guys are more spread and not overlap to where he can get a clout on you. So that people also use this spot as well. So that's why you guys want to go at certain locations to pick off specific strongholds and not run out and get picked off by all of them at the same time. You want to pick them off one by one to create an opening to push out, to take control of middle again. Or you can sit back, wait for like a lightning strike or something that you're going to use, and drop it in the stronghold positions. Use that as distraction to push up. So that's just a lot of things to think of, bro. COD is complicated to describe, but if you've been playing as long as I have, it's just kind of muscle memory at this point. But a lot of people don't ever really pay attention to radar and what weapons enemies are using. And yeah, now we're going to lead to step 3. Or should I say number 3. Know your weapon strength and weaknesses, bro. If you're using the Bullfrog, you know the Bullfrog shreds close range and medium range. Long range, it can still shred if you're running the right class up. It'll have no recoil. But you're still at a disadvantage if you're running up against a gun designed to melt long range. So what I mean by this is, say you're using, I don't know, the Type 63. It's very good long range, medium range, but it's not as good close range because of its lower ADS, and it's a tactical rifle, which means you can get outmaneuvered and outbodied by a submachine gun. Therefore, you don't really want to be pushing with a weapon that's weak close range. It just makes no sense. Like, why would you be running and gunning with a weapon that's weak close? The math ain't mathin', you feel me? So say if you were holding off positions, you run here with a tactical rifle at the start of the game to see if you can pick off anyone that goes in the window so you can have your team push up. No one's in window. The next spot is bus. They always go bus. This is usually the main spot people push to. It's because this is the stronghold position when it comes to yellow. Bus is like one of the strongest positions to hold when it comes to yellow, because bus has access to right side, bottom, upstairs window, and garage out when you're leaving out the garage. So that's why people usually push through this spot first, whether they're going outside bus or pushing through middle. So say if you're using a tactical rifle upstairs, you check that out, try to pick off people so your team can push up. Once your team has control of middle, if you have tactical rifle, you can play more back Jeep. You can play middle, outside B where the stronghold position is, back here. Like, you can play all long range positions. But what I mean by also know your weapon, like know your weapon's strength and weaknesses, that's his strength. Its weakness is close range. So say if you come where someone's bomb rushing you and they're up close, then it's best not to stay with your primary that's weak close range, because you're giving them a higher chance of killing you because your weapon's not good close range. So the best thing is to have a secondary that's extremely good close range or something like that. Something to assist or make it to where it counters the weakness of your main hand. So like I said, if you're upstairs in the window pick off, someone's rushing you and you know your weapon's weak close range, swap to a secondary, melt them, reload, swap back, go back to this position, or you can rotate. You never want to just stick with a weapon, like I said, that's weak in its position. And you also never want to sit in one spot for too long, because all the enemies will begin to focus you. You'll be getting pre-aimed, pre-shot, and everyone will focus that specific location to kill you off your streak. But yeah, like I said before, don't push a losing battle. There's just no point. Don't ego challenge it. You might as well just sit back, try to get a streak, get the streak so you can push up. So that's what I mean. Know your weapon's strength and weaknesses. Pay attention to radar. Know your weapon, your enemy's weapons that they're using, their positions. Don't ego challenge and don't push unnecessary fights. Step 4, know your settings. Have good settings. Honestly, the best setting to have is high FOV, bro. You don't have to have the max, but just have high FOV so you can get more field of view. Because if you're aiming here and you have a low FOV, you're not seeing anything over here. Like, I'm gonna put on a low FOV just for you guys. Alright, so I have 110 FOV. It's usually 80 if I remember correctly. This is 80 FOV, bro. This is actually weird as hell looking at it, because I haven't seen 80 FOV in a long time. But this is 80 FOV. You see nothing. All you see is what's in front of you, but you're completely blind to B, bro. You literally see nothing. This is 80 FOV. This is why you want a wider FOV. You see I'm standing right here. All I can see is this side. I can't see middle. But let me go back to 110. I'm at 110. Do you see the difference? I'm in the same spot. I didn't move, didn't turn, nothing. Same location. You see how much more I'm able to see? I can actually see around the corner around the bus now. So if I'm aiming here and see someone shadow through middle, I can go from here to here. Or if you have a high sense, you could just drag over. Mostly PC players will do this because their sense is their arm. But that's besides the point. I have more field of view. When I was right here, you guys saw before, I was right here. I'm able to see majority of B now. I can see if the guy runs by that little trash can, I'll see his head. I'll see more than I saw before. So have a wider FOV so you can see more, bro. I run 110, you can go 120, 105, whatever you want. Just have more than 100. Since you have more FOV and a wider field of view, you're able to react faster and kill people you wouldn't have seen if you had a lower FOV. I also forgot to mention, anticipate your opponent's next move. I forgot to mention it, I should have mentioned it earlier, but anticipate your opponent's next move. So say if you see a red dot on minimap, I'm the enemy. You see a red dot, I'm shooting up over here, and then I start running this way. The red dot's not going to instantly vanish the moment I start shooting. It usually is a little bit delayed. So once I'm shooting, and then I go here, you'll see my red dot slightly shift this way. So now you should anticipate where your opponent's going next. Since you saw his red dot shifting this way, you know for a fact he's going to either jump in the bus or run across and go outside. So now all you have to do is sit here and angle yourself to where you can't get picked off from here, where you can sit here and angle yourself, wait for him to push, and melt him as he's running across. He's either going to be one shot or he's going to die. So you can either pre-shoot him since you know he's coming around, wait about a second for him to hit, start shooting him through the box. He'll be weak, and he's going to most likely push out here. I don't know why, but people always push out here. I don't know why they never pull back. It's like they just don't go back. They always go forward. So after you shoot him through the box several times, he's going to push out here, and then you can finish the kill, and that's how you anticipate. That's just an example. Another example is if you see a radar, like say you have UAV, you see the radar, the red dot's going this way, and then the red dot disappears. You can anticipate where he's going, bro. If his red dot was way out here, and he's running this way and it disappeared, you know for a fact he's not about to go way out here and go through middle. He's not going to do it. No one's going to do that. It is stupid because you're way out here. Now it's taking longer to push by going through middle because you started way out here. So if you're pushing through middle, you wouldn't have made that such of a wide of a curve. You would have made a sharp curve to pre-aim and head glitch this spot, because this is a good pick-off location from middle, from going yellow to green. So if you see someone way out here on the radar red, you know for a fact they're pushing right here, which is a goofy move because you can get lit from here, there, and there. So the majority of the time they're going around Jeep. So now you have to do is just pre-aim it. They don't know you're in the window at the time, so they're going to be like this, pre-aiming. they're going to probably aim up at window or aim down bottom. It's 50-50. Now, the majority of the time, they're going to aim window. But once they hit the window, you're already blasting them, bro. Why? Because you have right side advantage. Right side advantage allows you to see the opponent before they can see you. The best way to describe it is that your camera is centered on the right side and your gun is on the right side. Therefore, when you hit a corner on the right side, you're able to see the opponent before they can see you because you have more screen. That's the best way I can describe it. If I was right here, I can see this, but people over here would most likely see me. I can see this right here clear as day, but people in garage would be able to see me. As you saw, I was standing right here. As you can see, I can see him perfectly. Feet, half a body and everything, but when he was there, he was only able to see there. That's right side advantage. Right side allows you to see it faster because I guess that's the side where the gun is at, I guess you could describe. So right side advantage is also key. Line of sight. Make sure your line of sight is good and make sure your sight is always in the middle of the screen. I forgot to say that too. Don't run around the corner with your gun aimed at the floor and then someone's over here. Now you have to do and aim up and start shooting. That's taking more time. Not only was he pre-aiming this, he started hitting you with like 2-3 bullets before you even pulled your gun up to aim at him, bro. So now when you aim at him and you tag him, you're probably going to tag him with one bullet then die, or not even tag him at all and die. So that's why you always want your weapon perfectly crossed at where an opponent's high chest to head will be at. So say if someone's right here, you don't want to hit the corner, like I said, aiming at the floor, then pull up. You're dead. You're dead. Guaranteed. If someone's on the Jeep and you hit the corner aiming at the floor and then try to pull up, you're dead. It's best to aim right here. You can pre-aim them, have it perfectly crossed, or you can have your dot perfectly in the middle of the Jeep the moment you hit the corner. Always have your gun perfectly crossed in the middle where someone's high chest or head will be. The only time this is a little bit harder to anticipate is when you hit a corner and there's stairs, bro. Because if you see, I'm perfectly crossed where someone's high chest and head would be. All this would be perfect head and chest. But if I hit this corner, it's not head and chest if they're at the top of the stairs. Now I gotta go a dragon up. That's where it's a little bit harder when it comes to perfect middle crosses. But before you hit this corner, you can kind of shift it up a little bit to where now you're kind of pre-aimed where someone will be at. No one's going to be all the way at the top of the stairs in this corner and have shot at you, bro. They're not going to have it. They're not. And if they do, it's going to be shooting your toes, so you're going to be good anyways. There's most definitely going to be someone in that corner. There's always someone in that corner. But they're not going to be able to see you from this pick-off location. So that's what I mean. If it's going for like stairs location, you could kind of shift up higher before hitting the corner. Another thing you can do is slide around the corner in front of the door to see if you can spot anyone near the stairs or on top of the stairs. Or you can jump across the door and see if you spot anyone on top of the stairs or near the stairs to help out so you're not standing there getting lit up. So that's why you want to look at radar, know where your opponents are before doing a specific push or challenge. Bow! You're letting him up, kill him, heal, run around the corner. You can check someone's here, which a lot of people usually aren't unless they're going for long shots. No one's ever here unless they're placing like a jammer or a field mic. So you can push from right here. You never want to just... You're dead, bro. You always want to look every possible location an opponent can be at. You don't want to just run in, you're dead. You didn't even look right side. He could have been running up the stairs to get upstairs before you, and he just shot you in your back. So that's why, good position, like I said, you pick him off upstairs, heal. You can check right here first, quick glance, check here. Alright, no one's there, boom. Now you can challenge that, no one's here at the time, you could sprint, lit the dude up in window, but you can either slide push it, if no one's at the, like, I'm talking about someone's in the window right here. But if no one's here, you know for a fact you don't have to aim here. So you can slide around the corner and make sure he's not around the bed. But that's what I mean. No one's here. Cool. You know someone's probably picking up off the stairs. Pre-aim it. Perfect line of sight where the chest, high chest headshot would be. Lit him up. You can jump out here. A lot of times, don't ever push a fight when someone doesn't know where you're at. So say you're behind this counter desk and you seen on radar someone's running up the stairs. If he's running up the stairs, why the hell would you do this? If you're here, why the hell would you do this and challenge him? You're giving yourself a 50-50 chance of winning that fight. There's no point. It is dumb. Don't lower your chances of winning a fight for pure ego. Wait for him. You know he's coming. Wait for him to run through. And most of the time, they're just going to run right here and try to check back corner or aim. A lot of times, some people do trying to jump around here. That's if you killed them from right there or somewhat close. But majority of the time, they're not going to check running through this damn door. So if you kill him, make sure your side is good. all this is good before just running. Don't just run and you'll get shot in your back, bro. You can either go to that corner, wrap around, or come out here to pick off from here, because the majority of people run from downstairs and no one's looking at their back because they think they're inside of their spawn is safe. So that's why you want to pick off people. Pick off people from the back, free kills, closer to your streaks, higher chance of getting your nuke, because you're not challenging the fight. You're picking them off from the back. It's a lot harder to win a fight getting shot in the back, taking 5 or 6 bullets and trying to turn around and kill them. Your chances of winning are slim, bro, unless someone gets target resist, or the controller dies, or they run out of bullets. That's the only way you're really killing them. Majority of the time, if you're getting shot in the back, they're going to try to slide around a corner or go behind an object to heal. But yeah, settings. Know your settings. Try out settings to find settings that best suit you for your horizontal and vertical, your ADS sense, everything, bruh. Know your settings. Try to find settings. Constantly change them if you want to see if you can find better settings. Because if your settings feel okay, then they're probably not the best for you. So if you feel, alright, my speed, horizontal speed is good, but I feel like my ADS is a little slow, so you can boost the ADS sense. You don't have to go by 5s, bro. If you hit like X or triangle on console, you can specifically change your ADS to whatever you want. For example, my ADS is 0.8. If I hit X, I can change it to whatever I want. I can do 0.72. I can do any number I want. So say if it's a little too slow, then boost it. If it's a little too fast, then lower it. But if you want fast horizontal sense but low ADS, then boost your horizontal sensitivity extremely high and lower your ADS sensitivity till you find the right position you want. Don't just run random settings and hope for the best, because if you're hitting corners on a 1414 sensitivity with ADS 1.0, you're going to be zooming 14 all the way across, bro. And if you can't control it and you can't line, you're just dying, and you're giving free streaks at this point, and gonna go negative for no reason, bro. Adjust your sense, find the best sensitivity for you so you can improve, bro. Don't just run a high sense because you think it's cool, and don't run a slow-ass sensitivity to where you can't turn in time, bro. You don't want to be running no 1-1 or 2-2 to where you're turning in slow motion. Like, honestly, bro. People, if you're running a 1-1, you're playing yourself. You're really trying to go negative, because at the speed you're turning, it's like turning it with a controller with stick drift. Well, you know how your controller's slightly turning by itself because you got stick drift? That's a 1-1 sensitivity. There's no point you should be running that, bro. No one's sensitivity should be 1-1 or 2-2 or 3-3, bro. 5-5, I say, is usually the best spot in the minimum. You can go 5-6, 5-7, 6-7, 6-6, whatever, bro. Or go higher, 8-7, whatever. Just don't go under like 5-5, bro, because that's everything under that's gonna be too slow. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna end the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys want to see more tips and tricks on how to improve, like play more aggressive tips and tricks, how to play more tactical, how to drop a nuke and things like that, then let me know that down in the comments. Leave a comment down below also if this helped you out, and like I said, drop a like, bro. Really helps out the channel, and subscribe if you're new. I post content like this all the time. And yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out. Peace.